The 9mm is probably the most cost-efficient gun you can buy right now. It's widely available, the ammo is relatively affordable, and you have tons of options to choose from. The market for the 9mm is just massive, and it's an understatement to say that this is the most popular segment across the gun industry. But which 9mm gun should you buy? Each shooter has their own respective preferences for the 9mm. I sure do have my own choices and picks, and since you are watching this video, I am going to list down these options for you to check out. What's up, everyone? This is your boy Ted from Line45. In this episode, we will be taking a look at some of the top 9mm pistols I recommend everyone should have. Before we get underway, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I know it is a chore, but these simple clicks help my channel immensely. Now, let's return to the video. CZ P10C. The P10C is a bland-looking gun for most people, but it actually hides a surprisingly good quality. The gun has a long grip. It more or less has a similar grip length to the Glock 17. For concealed carry purposes, the grip of the P10C might be too long, but of course it's not impossible to hide. Just a good holster for it, and you can afford to bring it with you whenever you want to. The functionality of the P10C is impressive, and this is the heart of its popularity. Similar to other CZ pistols, the gun shoots flatly and smoothly. Keep in mind that small guns tend to be snappy, but this one can stay level, allowing its sights to quickly return to zero. Sure, the recoil is still there, but it's not impossible to control either. The trigger isn't bad either. In fact, it's too good for a striker fired, as it has a smooth take-up, clean brakes, and tactile reset. I am convinced that you don't need to swap its trigger with aftermarket parts. In terms of reliability, you can never go wrong with this gun. My P10C was able to reach 3,000 rounds with zero malfunctions. From self-defense rounds and regular brass down to steel-cased ammo, the gun cycles them with no problems, especially if you oil and clean it properly. It gives you 15 rounds of goodness before you unload its magazine and swap it with a new one. Definitely a solid 9mm gun. Glock 17 Gen 5. It's better to go with full-size pistols, such as the Glock 17, when you are trying to hone your shooting skills and techniques. They are much easier to control and shoot. The Glock 17 is a tested and true full-size striker-fired 9mm pistol. Others call it too boring or simple, but since it works, then I don't have qualms about using the gun as my primary duty pistol. It has a standard capacity of 17+1 rounds and has a decently comfortable grip and impeccable reliability. It also shoots softly, plus, with its low-bore axis, you can get steady sight pictures even during rapid fires. Moreover, the low-bore axis ensures that the gun has a less than ridiculous muzzle flip. The simplicity and the architecture of the Glock 17 also makes it user-friendly and downright reliable. Get into mud, drench it in water, or have dirt on its barrel. The gun can still fire. Still, I suggest that you get a better set of night sights or triggers to significantly improve its performance. Fortunately, the aftermarket of the Glock is wild. It's so big that you can completely transform your Glock 17 into an entirely new gun. Despite this, I still recommend you keep the upgrades to a minimum so that you cannot affect the inherent efficiency or reliability of the pistol. Sig Sauer P320 XCompact RXP. Ever since it was released in the market, the P320 has grown to become one of the most extensive collections of 9mm pistols. It's available in full-size and compact models, so technically, it grants shooters tons of options. The P320 XCompact RXP is one of the newest models of the P320, and it's a good pick for a carry gun. It shares the same size as the Glock 19 and features a standard 15-round capacity. I have a Glock 19, so I can really compare the performance of these two pistols. I am not suggesting that the Glock 19 is a bad gun, but in terms of their overall quality, I simply have to lean toward the P320 XCompact XRP. Similar to other P320 guns, the XCompact RXP includes a removable fire control group for added modularity. A reflex sight is directly mounted to the gun, but there's also the option to run the gun using its steel sights. One notable aspect of the P320 is that it is available in a number of grip profiles. The XCompact, in particular, has a slim X-frame grip. This specific grip is comfortable to hold and enables the gun to establish a natural point of aim. The grip texture is nice, and the beaver tail lets you soak the gun's recoil. Overall, the gun is comfortable to shoot. It's reasonably accurate and ushers excellent reliability down the range. By the way, the fire control group of the gun is removable, and this will let you remove its trigger and replace it with a new one, especially if you find its stock trigger too mushy for your liking. Sig Sauer P365. I also want to include a micro compact, and in this category a lot can fit in. It's not just the P365. You have the Glock 43X, the Springfield Armory Hellcat, and even the Taurus GX4. Heck, we can even slap the Kimber R7 Mako in the discussion. Still, the safe choice here is the P365. It's the one that elevated the game of everyday carry pistols by proving that small guns can carry more. Right from the get-go, the P365 holds 10+1 rounds, despite only having a 3-inch barrel and a total length of 5.8 inches. It stands at 4.3 inches and has a girth of an inch. It's definitely small and has all the merits of being your primary concealed carry pistol. There's also a 12-round mag you can use, and it extends the length of the gun, which should give you more space to grip. The P365 features a stainless steel frame and slide and uses a polymer grip module with nice stippled texturing. The grip is really user-oriented, given that its palm swell is generous enough to fit your hands. It also has to say that the undercut on its trigger guard also helps in attaining a full grip over the pistol. The P365 comes with X-ray 3 day-night sights on its slide. These are high-visibility sights, by the way, thus allowing you to see them regardless of the external lighting. The slide has a cut for optics, and it should give you the freedom to run the pistol with your favorite red dots. So far, I have no complaints about the reliability and accuracy of the P365, and across its different versions, the gun showed solid performance. H&K VP9. H&K is known for its P30, which is a polymer-framed, hammer-fired gun. But if you want a stellar 9mm, I suggest you check out the VP9. The VP9, in a sense, shares lots of similar features to the original P30 gun, especially its trigger guard-mounted magazine release side panels and adjustable back straps that conform well to the shape of the operator's hands. At the same time, there's also a lever-mounted slide release you can find on its frame's right side, aside from the slide release you can find on its left side. However, the frames of the P30 and VP9 are already different. The VP9 is also upgraded for enhanced shootability and reliability. In a nutshell, the improvements are focused on its trigger and ergonomics. For a striker-fired 9mm, all I can say is that its trigger doesn't suck at all. It has a tactile reset, clean brakes, and smooth pulls. The sights on the slide are your typical 3-dot setup. Average, I know, but they do work the way I expect them to be. Its trigger guard is large, which, in turn, lets you fire the gun while wearing gloves. The gun also incorporates a full-size Picatinny rail on its construction for mounting any compatible weapons accessories. Down the range, the VP9 proved itself to be a remarkable shooter. It's mechanically accurate and does well with cycling different 9mm ammo with relative ease. Walther PDP Match Steel Frame. The polymer-framed Walther PDP and PPQ are great pistols, and I suggest that you pick them if you don't have the bucks for the new PDP Match Steel. They are great, and more often than not, they aren't mentioned in the conversation of all-time greats of 9mm. I put the new Walther PDP Match Steel Frame here because, well, it is new. Besides, it's a metal-framed Walther, so who the heck doesn't want that? Once you pick the PDP Match Steel Frame, you will really feel its heft, which is one of the things I particularly love about the pistol. Notably, the new PDP has a higher cut on its beaver tail and a longer frame than the Q5 steel frame. This means that you can grip the gun more comfortably and securely. These are also the features that make the PDP Match Steel Frame an excellent pick for shooting competitions. It has a low recoil, and you can fire the gun with remarkable precision. Another impressive feature of this new Walther pistol is its dynamic performance trigger. This trigger system, unlike other stock triggers, minimizes the weight of the trigger. It has a short take-up and reset as well, ensuring that the trigger pull remains crisp for accuracy and speed in your shots. Just like its polymer cousins, the PDP Match Steel Frame arrives with a cut for optics, and it even gives you a free cover plate. Hence, you can explore different types of red dots you can slap on this pistol. Overall, I can say that this 9mm pistol is one hell of an accurate and reliable shooter. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more gun videos like this, just click the subscribe button and notification bell. Take care and stay safe.